kukula tres wako. Oh yeah. Blim 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 blim. Kukula tres wako. Kukula tres wako. Oh yeah. Kukula tres wako. Blim 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 blim. Kukula tres wako. Kukula tres wako. Tres wako for Irish pearl. Blim 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 blim. Kukula tres wako. Kukula tres wako. Oh yeah. Kukula tres wako. Oh yeah. Blim 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 blim. Tres wako for Irish pearl. Kukula tres wako. Blim 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 blim. Tres wako for Irish
Things a little differently this year due to COVID-19, but the music and the mission remain the same. And for those of you who are both music and art lovers, you're in for a special treat. I'm Diane Robertson, the executive producer of the festival. If you're local, you've probably seen me in the neighborhood. For the past 2 years, we've celebrated our love of jazz on Sutro Avenue in historic Leimert Park in South Los Angeles, California. In addition to the wonderful music at our live event, our guests enjoy a host of activities, including a wine lounge, a robust kids zone, a health and wellness zone, and lots of community resources. I truly miss seeing everyone in person and hope to be back with you outside next year. But despite the physical distance, we are going to have an amazing time this year with performances from world-class musicians in just a few moments. So get comfortable and make sure your beverages and snacks are in arm's reach, because I promise you, you won't want to walk away from your screen. This year, we introduced our inaugural art competition, and later in the program, you'll meet the judges who selected the 3 finalists, and the winner, Wendell Wiggins, who was chosen in an online community vote. Check out our new website at www.leimertparkjazzfestival.com, where you can pick up the inaugural festival poster featuring this beautiful winning artwork. And later, we'll also give away great festival merchandise to 3 lucky winners who RSVP'd in advance for today's jazz festival. Lots of fun stuff to come, so stay tuned. Before I introduce my co-host, I must take a moment to acknowledge our 2020 partners. We have been blessed with incredible support from Los Angeles County Board Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas and Los Angeles City Council President Emeritus Herb Wesson. I'm so thankful for their partnership, without which this festival could not be possible. You've heard the term, it takes a village. Well, when it comes to putting on the Leimert Park Jazz Festival, it does indeed take a village of supporters. My sincere thanks to our 2020 sponsors, City National Bank, Community Build Inc., Crenshaw Chamber of Commerce, The World Stage, Leimert Park Realtor and my neighbor, Daniel Signani, Sutro Avenue Block Club, and our 2020 media partner, Musicology. Now, let me bring on my co-host. For years, this gentleman has been a jazz radio host and icon in the jazz arena. He started at 88.1 KJazz and currently hosts a show on 89.9 KCRW. I am honored that he's hosted the Leimert Park Jazz Festival for the past 2 years, and he's back again. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Leroy Downs.
Hey Diane, it's great to be back again. Thanks for having me once again. And just like most of you, I'm really missing live jazz. And so we got virtual, so virtual it is. We're gonna have a great concert. So lots of fantastic music coming your way, so sit back, relax, grab some food, a nice drink, and enjoy.
I'm excited to announce that we've partnered with 6 great local restaurants to bring you a 20% discount today on a minimum order of $15, pickup only. All you need to do is use the discount code LeimertJazz2020 when you place your order.
And I bet you want to know what that food is. Yes, some great places. We're talking about the Hot and Cool Cafe, along with Aki Bamboo, Jamaican cuisine, Orleans and York, Post and Bean, Swift Cafe, the Urban Taco Factory LA food truck. And now that you've heard from all of this great food, Diane, do they know who's in the program?
No, that honor belongs to you, Leroy.
So it is with great pleasure that I get to announce the Leimert Park Jazz Festival once again. We've got lots of great performers. Today, Mr. Michael O'Neill and friends will be there, along with Psy Smith, featuring the Myron and McKinley trio. Munyungo Jackson and his Jungle Jazz Quartet, along with MFUO, and finally, the incredible voice of the one and only Dwight Tribble. So without further ado, Grammy Award nominee Michael O'Neill performing with friends. Michael's an incredible guitarist who's toured with numerous legends. His latest CD is called Let It All Go. So let's let it all go with Michael O'Neill and friends. Another great set from Michael O'Neill and Friends. Don't forget to check out his latest CD. It's called Let It All Go. Well, the music gets even better. For over 55 years, the incredible percussionist has been lighting up the stage with people like Miles Davis, Stevie Wonder, Herbie Hancock, and Diane Reeves. He's a funny cat, man, a great friend. The music is always pristine and full of lots of energy. Put your hands together for my man and yours, Mr. Munyungo Jackson and the Jungle Jazz Quartet. There he is, leading his fabulous quartet, Mr. Munyungo Jackson and the Jungle Jazz Quartet. More music on the way for sure, but for now, another fellow jazz lover, one who just happens to be our Leimert Park Jazz Festival partner, Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas.
I'm Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas. Jazz is a uniquely American art form. Its foundation was born from the blues, an African-American music form which expressed the pain of injustice and loss. How timely and appropriate that we are celebrating jazz, community, and heritage right here in Leimert Park. Recently, I joined Governor Gavin Newsom as he visited Leimert Park to support the local businesses and talk about the injustices and inequalities taking place across the nation. We cannot and will not accept these injustices. But now, you have to know you are not alone. We stand with you. We will get through this together and emerge stronger as a community right here in Leimert Park.
Thanks so much again, Mark. For our inaugural art competition this year, we invited South LA artists to submit an original work of art that they felt was visually expressive of Leimert Park and its jazz legacy. The esteemed panel of judges that we convened to select the 3 finalists were internationally acclaimed visual artist Patrick Henry Johnson, founder and executive director of LA Commons, Karen Mack, fine artist Michael Massenberg, and creative director of the Leimert Park Village Inc., Terry Scott. I had the pleasure of sitting down with the judges and began our conversation by asking, what does culturally informed art mean to this community? Let's listen to what they had to say.
Leimert Park in particular, which will speak to the rest of society, but art is the lingua franca of the community, with murals and public memorials. And then Leimert Park is public performances, as gathering spaces, as communities. Even if you make it to Leimert Park once a year, in your mind, you know it's there. You know you can always go there. You know that's a black space that is going to be there.
So it's the same thing with me as a judge. When I look at, when I was looking at the pieces, I could tell who exerted love into their work and the time and the effort that it took to come up with the idea and also to execute the idea.
When I think about Leimert Park, I think about the vibrant arts energy that exists there. The pieces that stood out for me were the ones that captured the breadth of that energy.
With Windows, his have a lot more elements in it, but it was all part of the festival, the festive feel to it, you know. And so with him, I know his work to be usually like really super colorful and stuff and painterly and stuff. And this one had a little subtleties to it. So it's the kind of piece where if I sit down and have a look at it, it'll draw me more into like the longevity of it.
I am so thrilled to be here with the winner of the Leimert Park Jazz Festival's inaugural art competition, Wendell Wiggins. Wendell, welcome.
It was an honor to participate in the inaugural competition this year, and definitely a surprise and a blessing to have won.
Wendell, how did you decide on the elements you would incorporate into this piece?
Well, the elements were chosen based on my experiences of being at Leimert as a participant in some events in the past or as a spectator. But I also wanted to create a feeling of an art piece, a piece that incorporated a lot of musicians and instruments in a very abstract but very cohesive way. And in that way, it had a little bit of mystery to it, or sort of just puzzle pieces of a collage that put together where all the elements were intertwined, like music in itself.
I'm so excited that your piece is the official artwork for the 2020 Leimert Park Jazz Festival. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Wendell Wiggins, super talented brother, man. Appreciate you. And don't worry, because you too can get a copy of the inaugural poster, which Wendell titled Jazz Fest in the Park. You can find his art on our t-shirts, tote bags, and a lot more of our Jazz Festival merchandise. Check out the online store. Visit www.leimertparkjazzfestival.com and go to the shop section. Next up, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing all of you to Psy Smith, featuring the Myron McKinley Trio. Psy is a force in the music. She's backed artists like Whitney Houston, Macy Gray, Brandy, and now you get a chance to see her perform solo with the Myron McKinley Trio. Let's give a warm Leimert Park Jazz Festival welcome to Psy Smith and the Myron McKinley Trio.
1, 2, 1,
Before you go thinking I'm soft, let's get one thing understood. You can't keep on brushing me off. You're gonna treat me like you should. You're cooler than a polar bear's toenails. Oh hell, Hawk's got nothing on you. And when it gets a little bit warm, I bet you warm up to me too. I can't wait for summertime when I make you mine, and I'll never let you go. And once I got you, never gonna drop you. I'll put you in my pocket, so I'll save a little song for now. Oh yeah. And save a little song for later. Now winter's got me covered up. I need the sun to come out soon. Whoa. And when you see me in this dress, I bet you change your attitude. You're cooler than the pillows other side, no jive. Bet you bleed iced tea for true. I'll give it about 15 degrees. Ooh, then I'm putting all of this on you. I can't wait for summertime when I make you mine, and I'll never let you go. And once I got you, never gonna drop you. I'll put you in my pocket, so I'll save a little some for now. Oh yeah. Ooh, and save a little some for later. Ooh, yeah. I save a little, save a little, save a little, save a little. And you know what I have? A pocket full of joy, pocket full of joy, pocket full of joy. Oh yeah. A pocket full of joy, pocket full of joy, pocket full of joy. Oh, I can't wait for summertime when I make you mine, and I'll never let you go. And once I got you, never gonna drop you. I'll put you in my pocket, so wait for summertime when I make you mine, and I'll never let you go. I'll save a little song for now. Oh yeah. And save a little song for later, 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 later. I save a little. Yeah. And say, woo, woo. Take me out. Myron. Stacy Lamont. If you're at home, snap your fingers. Come on. Your love takes me higher, and I don't wanna zoom out. I wanna keep it in perspective. Your love, it feels like fire, and I don't wanna burn out. I gotta keep it cool, cool, collected. It seems like every time we touch, the sensation's just too much, and I fall into this hole with you. And by the time I'm coming to, you do that little thing you do, and I lose my self-control with you. Now I'm not saying that I wanna stop. A quitter I am not, and I'll go to the very end with you. Yes, I'm just saying, baby, please be kind. We talking about my time, and I wanna spend it all with you. Your love, it takes me higher, and I don't wanna zoom out. I wanna keep it in perspective. Your love, it feels like fire. Ooh, and I don't wanna burn out. I gotta keep it cool, cool, collected. Is this part of your master plan? To have me eating out your hand? If so, I'll feast all day and night. Feed me love till I'm obese with thee. I'll be a beast with thee, doing things with no damn decency. I'm not saying that I wanna stop. A quitter I am not, and I'll go to the very end with you. I'm just saying, baby, please be kind. We're talking about my time, yeah, and I wanna spend it all with you. Your love, it takes me higher, and I don't wanna zoom out. I wanna keep it in perspective, yeah. Your love, it feels like fire. Ooh, and I don't wanna burn out. I gotta keep it cool, cool, collected, yeah. Your love, it takes me higher, and I don't wanna zoom out. I wanna keep it in perspective, yeah. Your love, it feels like fire. Ooh, and I don't wanna burn out. I gotta keep it, y'all say I don't wanna zoom out, yeah. I can't hear you. I don't wanna burn out, say I don't wanna zoom. I don't wanna burn, no. Hey, take me out. Hey. Burn me, baby. This next song is called Camelot. It's about a person who's dreaming of a love, and she can see it really clearly, but in reality it doesn't exist. It's all made up, like Camelot. Oh, la da da, yes. Oh, la da da, yes. where I don't have to hide. Camelot in my mind, Camelot in my mind, la da da, yes. Touch me with your silent gaze, pierce me with your fickle ways. I promise that I won't be phased. I'll go deep inside where I don't have to hide. It's all in my mind. It's all in my mind. Ooh, la da da, yes. I can see it. It's all so clear. One day you will too, my dear. Yes, you will. Until then, I'll just keep you near, keep you deep inside, locked up deep inside. Camelot in my mind, Camelot in my mind, la da da, yes. Open up your soul to me, catch that breeze and fly so free. It's so much better when you give into it, see. It's so deep inside, and it wants to take flight. Oh, it's all in my mind. 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 Yes, it's all in my mind. Well, it's all up in my mind. Oh, yeah. It's all in my mind. Oh, it's all up in my mind. Camelot. Camelot. Ooh, Images may appear closer than they really are to you. Just keep believing, and one day your love will come to find you. Images may appear closer than they really are to you. Just keep believing, and one day your love will.
I told you she was a force. Another round of snaps for the wonderful Psy Smith and Myron McKinley trio. Now here's someone who I'm sure is loving this party just as much as we are. Our Leimert Park Jazz Festival partner, LA City Council Member President Emeritus Herb Wesson.
Hi, Herb Wesson, Councilman for the 10th District. I just want to say how much I enjoy the Leimert Park Jazz Festival. It is a celebration of our community and, of course, our culture. I want to give a special shout out to the producer of this year's Jazz Festival. Because of the safer at home order, we had to show our creativity, and the producer has done that. We may not be out in the streets like we were the last time, but I promise you that this is going to be every bit as much fun.
Thanks, Herb. And just in case you missed it, The Leimert Park Jazz Festival poster from art competition winner Wendell Wiggins can be found alongside festival merchandise on our website. That's www.leimertparkjazzfestival.com. I hope you're all enjoying this wonderful living room concert. MFUO is next, and this is a powerhouse band. It features Pete Kuzma, Christian Moroga, Marvin Smitty Smith, and brother Jacques Lejour. Together, they've recorded and performed with many of your favorite artists, including Poncho Sanchez, Jill Scott, Chaka Khan, Queen Latifah, and many, many more of the world's pop and jazz artists. Please enjoy MFUO. Masters of the art of music for sure. Another big round of applause for MFUO, the one and only. Well, for those of you who don't know, Leimert Park is a precious cultural gem here in Los Angeles. Our neighborhood community represents the cultural heartbeat of Black Los Angeles, a legacy of jazz, poetry, and art, and African American culture. Diane caught up with one of the community cultural leaders, Mr. Ben Caldwell.
For decades, this gentleman has been the heart of the Leimert Park community from a cultural perspective. It is my complete honor to have as my guest today, Mr. Ben Caldwell. I'm curious to know through the lens of a cultural leader, how do you see this festival fitting into the future of our community?
Well, I think celebrating jazz is really important, and to be celebrated not only by the artists, but by the folks who appreciate the art of jazz is really important. And I think that's been something that has really been missing in this neighborhood. So that's part of the reason that I'm a little excited about the future, because the rest of the world likes our work more than even our surrounding community. So I think that that's the real blessing with this, because up until this time, we didn't have this kind of love that you're giving the jazz. It was mostly us here in isolation, and the rest of the world would come down and see our work, but not as much of the people around the direct community.
It has been a pleasure talking with you, and I thank you so much for your time, and I thank you for everything that you have done and continue to do in the Leimert Park community. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Ben. You've done wonders helping Leimert Park develop and retain its cultural legacy. The Jazz Festival is a platform and amazing talent and an opportunity to shine as a spotlight on Leimert Park's rich and cultural history. Speaking of cultural history, his name, his sound, his vibration, and his good nature emanate like a beacon of sonic ascension. Throughout the community, he is the minister of jazz, culture, and all things good. Improvisational vocalist and master of impeccable sound, Mr. Dwight Tribble also serves as the executive director of the world stage Leimert Park's legendary performance space. Dwight has had a lifelong career as an incredible recording artist, performing artist. Check out his latest albums, Mothership and Living Water, on Spotify and Bandcamp. Without further ado, the one and only Mr. Dwight Tribble.
My mother was a singer, and she was probably my first inspiration. My brother was a jazz guitar player, and we slept in the same room. And we listened to Kenny Burrell records all night and all day, so that's kind of how I got to listening to jazz. I sang probably all the way through high school, and I sang with gospel groups and R&B groups and jazz music, and Then I moved to Los Angeles in 1976. I got a chance to meet Billy Higgins. Him and Kamal Daoud are the founders of the world stage. So in meeting Billy Higgins, I got introduced to so many, many great people like Charles Lloyd and Bobby Hutcherson and Mulgrew Miller and Pharoah Sanders. And so I wind up singing with Pharoah Sanders for about 5 years. But I've always been doing my own thing, which is, some people tend to label it as spiritual jazz. I just call it trying to give people the best that I know. I don't even know if what I am as a jazz musician. My thought process is something that is just taking all of my experience from the time that I can recollect, and bring all of that and tell the truth every time I open my mouth. And whenever I hear a chord or something like that, then I react without second guessing it. And basically that's what I do.
Good evening, welcome, beautiful people, to our world. Good evening, welcome, beautiful people. Recognize the divine in you. May the Spirit move in its own way. Let us see what God has to say. Let everybody. Good evening, welcome, beautiful, beautiful people, to our world. Yes, to our world. Recognize the divine in you. May the Spirit move in its own way. Let us see what it has. Let us see what it has to say. Let it go. 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 Let it go.
least once or twice a month, I would play at the world stage. That was kind of my regular gig. And I did that for many, many years. And I would say over the years, I probably played there probably more than anybody, because I'm one of the few people that actually was there from the beginning and know the history, outside of Kamau. I know that the world stage and the whole idea of what we do at the world stage is bigger than me and my career. Since 2013, that's what I've been doing, along with doing my career as well.
Hope was in his eyes as he searched the faces of the people he'd meet, one he could recognize. Oh, brother, where are you? They told me that you came this way. Oh, brother, where are you? Told me that you came this way. Oh, yeah. Oh. The eyes of the people who passed him by, they were cold and hard as stone. The poor boy whimpered and began to cry. Oh, 'cause he was all alone. Ooh, brother, oh, where are you? They told me that you came this way. Yeah, brother, where are you? They told me that you came this that there are those that swears true. Brothers all are behave. Oh, yeah. But in the end, there are very few who answer a brother's call. Hey, brother, oh, where are you? They told me that came this way. Oh, brother, where are you? Yeah, they told me that you came this way. Oh, brother, where are you? We're looking for you, my brother, man. Come on, where you at, brother? Yeah. Brother, where are you? Yeah, where are you?
Given this COVID-19 pandemic we're living with, can you talk a bit about how the world stage is adapting?
The audience is all over the world now. So we have to think in terms of presenting what we do to the whole wide world. And, you know, rather than those people that are sitting right in front at the world stage, but we're trying to, so that means that creatively we've got to go inside ourselves. When you go inside yourself, you can tap into the whole entire universe. And that's what I'm looking to see happen with the world stage, that, you know, we call ourselves the world stage, and we truly will be the world stage now, because the world is our platform, you know, and if there's somebody on the moon and they got the internet, they'll see it too.
Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. Everything will change. Oh, no one stays the same. Young become the old, and mysteries do unfold. That's the way of time. No, nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can't be sure. Except the rain comes from the clouds, sun lights up the sky, hummingbirds do fly. Winter turns to spring, and a wounded heart will heal. Never much too soon. Yes, everything must change. Young become the old. Mysteries do unfold. That's the way of time. That's the way of time. Oh, not many things in life can be sure of. Oh, except the rain. The rain. The rain. Yeah. Oh, yes, the rain. Oh, great Creator, we know that as long as you are in control of this universe, that all things is all right, because I know that you got the master plan. So I know that everything must change. When you have something like the world stage that is a grassroots situation, you know, you always need funding. So the main thing that people can do to help the world stage is to, whatever you can give out of your heart, whatever's comfortable for you to give. And if there's nothing, just send your loving vibrations if you don't have anything to give. But if you do, and you value this place and you want to see it keep going, you know, and see if we can make 40, 50, 60 years, and after we're gone, that this place will continue to thrive, you know, let it be known that you did your part to keep it going. And that's what I think people can do. I think of all the things I am, a figure made of clay. I think of all the things I've lost and things I gave away. And when I'm in a certain mood, I search the halls and look, wonder how I found these magic words in a magic book. They said, throw it away, throw it away. Live your life, give your love, each and every day. Just keep your arms wide open, let God's blessings through, because you could never lose a thing when it belonged to you. Just throw it away, throw it away. Live your life, give your love, each and every day. Just keep your arms wide open, when God's blessings come through. You could never lose a thing if it belonged to you. think of all the things I am. Figure made of clay. I think of all the things I lost. Yeah, things I gave away. Oh, when in a certain mood I searched for and one night I found these magic words up in a magic book. They said throw it away, live your life, give your love each and every day. Oh, keep your arms wide open. Let God's blessings come through, because you could never lose a thing if it belonged to you. Oh, throw it away, throw it away, throw it away. Live your life, give your love each and every day. Oh, just keep your arms wide open. Let God's blessings come through. You could never lose a thing if it belonged to you. You know that you could never lose a thing if it belonged to you. Oh, you could never lose a thing if it belonged to
Always a beautiful performance. Thank you, Dwight Tribble and the band, for another spectacular performance.
I am so excited. 3 lucky people have just won some great Leimert Park Jazz Festival merchandise. I just put their names in the chat box. Congratulations, and I'll reach out to you by email. Well, I have to say, it's been great sharing with everyone our immense pride for our Leimert Park Jazz community. And there's something else, Leroy, that I'm feeling right now.
What's that?
Hungry.
Oh my
I'm
God,
famished.
me too.
And the good news is, for the locals, it's not too late to take advantage of the 20% discount offered by our 6 restaurant partners. Just use discount code LeimertJazz2020 when you place your order, as long as it's a minimum order of $15. Pickup only. The discount is yours until they close today. Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope you were thoroughly entertained, whether you were tuning in locally or from any place around the world. Stay tuned for information about next year's festival, when we hope to bring it to you live and in person right here from Leimert Park.
See you next summer.